Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Advertising Made Easy. If you haven't already, click the completely free and painless subscribe button. Today is all about 10 costly mistakes you can avoid. Let's start with ignoring the buying basics of advertising. Buying advertising is not a guessing game. Simply put, it's about creating an effective message that you can affordably get as many impressions or eyeballs on to turn a someday shopper into a today customer. Narrow your focus. When you think of it like that, placing your ad dollars becomes much easier. Which brings me to the next mistake, spreading your budget too thin.
Big mistake. Big. Huge.
This happens all too often. If you're choosing or being advised to buy 4 different television stations, 4 to 6 radio stations, countless cable channels, social media, SEO, banner ads, streaming ads, local magazine ads, then you're gonna need Google money.
Show me the money!
And Google doesn't even do it that way. Here's an example of how they spread their massive marketing budget. Since your budget is likely less, you don't want to spread it all over. It's advertisers like this who typically say stuff like, half my advertising's working, I just don't know which half. Well, that's because there's no strategy. You're not trying to buy the most advertising in the most places possible. You're trying to own day parts. You're trying to create interest, entice intenders. You want to be available to potential customers in their gotta have it phases. Remember, you're trying to capture as many impressions as possible. Most of all, you're basing your decisions on your core customer, which leads me to our next mistake, buying advertising based on your behavior.
Because I love me.
This is an easy mistake to make, but it's a bad one. I watch this show, so everyone must watch this show, or I love this morning radio show, or my friends are all over TikTok. No one watches TV anymore. Everyone loves to watch live sports. These things are all emotional. They are personal opinions, not based on facts. Trust the ratings. They're measured for a reason. Trust what your analytics of your website are telling you. Don't advertise to you, advertise to them. And that leads us to our next mistake, ignoring your website analytics. That information is a very helpful compass. Know your unique visits. How long are they on your website? What pages do they visit the most and stay on the longest? Are the clicks organic? What's your best lead source? This information can help redirect not only what you are advertising, but where, when, and how. Next up, start and stop advertising. If you want to know the key to successful advertising, click the video link in the description below. But know this, start and stop advertising is the most expensive kind. It's like pushing a boulder up a mountain and stopping halfway and watching your boulder roll all the way back down to the bottom. Now you have to start over. Don't stop. Don't lose your momentum. Build budget reductions into your annual marketing plan. Beware of putting too much money into SEO and SEM. This can be a money pit where you constantly try to stay in front of your competition while feeding the Google machine because they determine the best rate. Whether you spend $10 or $1,000 per ad, Google only makes money on the ads that get clicked. And since like your business, Google is for profit, the ads that get clicked will serve more often. So $1,000 and no clicks makes them $0. $10 and 100 clicks makes them $1,000. So the answer to showing up in more Google searches is not about pouring more money into it. 50% of searches result in 0 clicks. 45% result in organic clicks, which leaves maybe 5% for searches with ad clicks. The answer is spending your dollars with a specific strategy. Next up, solely relying on social media advertising. If your advertising was a meal, social media would be dessert. It's a great addition that diners may or may not look forward to, but it's not a healthy diet for your marketing efforts. That requires the meat, carbs, veggies that come with platforms with a more dependable audience. So think about your own habits. How do you react and respond to social media advertising? Swipe, swipe, swipe. It can come or go. Next up, baffling billboards.
Hey you, what the f is this?
The f is what?
This!
Advertising, I guess.
Advertising what?
Exactly. It's advertising, I guess. Think about your own life. You probably drive by the same billboards every day going to and from work. In the beginning, they may stand out, but eventually they become a part of the landscape. Now, I'm not saying don't use billboards. I'm saying use them specifically. It's this, not this. Expecting someone going 50 to 70 miles per hour to read your list of accomplishments on a billboard is a long shot. Next, uncapped streaming. Breaking news. The world is still watching television. That giant flat screen hanging in most living rooms is still being used. Now, of course, television's being watched in a lot of different ways, so utilizing streaming platforms is certainly a good option. But make sure your ads are reasonably capped. You don't want to be the business that's playing back to back to back on the same streaming platform, irritating customers for the next time they see it. Next, advertising trash, also known as direct mail, which fills kitchen trash cans all over the market. Look, there are too many more targeted ways to get your ad in front of a specific demographic or zip code that don't involve watching your ad dollars literally be thrown in the trash. Well, there you go, the list of 10 costly mistakes you can avoid. I hope this helps grow your business. I also hope you'll like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click notifications for upcoming topics. For now, make it all about smart, savvy, strategic, standout marketing. I'll see you in the next video.